Assalamualaikum and very good morning. Today we want to present our assignment groups from the subject Industrial Robotics System. We are doing this assignment for the topic Unit 7 Robot Applications. For our task, we are taking the topic Pick and Place Electronic Component ABB Robots. For the presentation, we are prepared for our lecturer is Muhammad Yusri bin Muhammad Yunus. Before I start our presentation, let me introduce our group members. First of all, my name is Muhammad Najirul Bimbe Azmanuddin, and I have two group members. First, Muhammad Nasr bin Muhammad Siddiq, and third, Ahmad Azizi bin Khairul Hadi.
Introduction: Robot Studio. The software that we use to complete this project task is Robot Studio 2022. This software are using ABB robot type. This software making the ABB simulation and offline programming software. Robot arm. Delta robot is a type of parallel robot that consists of 3 arms connected to universal joints and the base. The design features is the use of parallelograms.
The tools that we use for the assessment is vacuum gripper. Vacuum gripper use the pressure of the atmosphere to hold the part. The vacuum gripper is a lightweight type. Next, the task that we chose for this assessment is pick and place. The Delta robot will pick the electronic component at the first conveyor, then it will place it at the next conveyor.
How get the idea? We get this idea from discussion with our group member. We are do everyday discussion to complete our task to get the idea what we need to do for this task and what we need to use the type of robots, the type of tool and the type of task. And then we are do the some research to get the more information from the Google, from the YouTube, and that from that we can get the more information and we learn how to complete this task and get know some knowledge about to use the software that we have to use in our task.
I will explain the idea that we get. The idea we got was to take the electronic component, CPU, we choose CPU, on conveyor 1 and put it into a container on conveyor 2. We use a Delta robot that use a vacuum gripper as tools to pick up the CPU. We use a vacuum gripper as tools to pick up the CPU because the CPU is a sensitive component and cannot be placed as strong as a commonly used gripper.
This is our robot task. Okay, firstly, the camera will detect the component at the conveyor 1 and 2. The first Delta robot will pick the component at the conveyor work area 1 and place it at the conveyor work area 2. At the same time, the second and the third Delta robot will do the same task as the first Delta robot, that which the second Delta will pick at the component at the conveyor work area 3 and place it at the conveyor work area 4, and the third Delta robot will pick the component at the conveyor work area 5 and place it at the conveyor work area 6. Okay, this program will repeat until the stop button is pushed.
Okay, this is our robot simulations. That you can see this is some video that we do the simulation robot in Robot Studio that I can show you. Okay, the sensor, the camera at the data robot is detected the container. When the container box in the conveyor ones will go through the some of the way that camera detects. The data one is take the box and go to the conveyor tool, and then that also same as the robot second robot data robot and the third data robot, and then the same words that we do the three this robot until the container on the conveyor tool is full, is 6 spots, and then he continue loops these words until this production will be finished.
Program coding. At the left side, we can see the example of Pitmaster operator panels. In this panel, we can set different robot and conveyor speeds and tune them. At the right side, you can see a program coding that we generate after run the simulation.
Next is programming sequence and operation. As for the program, we load the Picking PowerPack 2002 and installed the Pickmaster. Picking PowerPack is an extension of the Robot Studio. It's easy to use and easy to understand. It is a program related to the operation of the picking robot. You can install this add-on and use it. The Pickmaster that comes with the power pack must also be installed. If not installed, the program itself will not work at all. Pickmaster is the processor of the picking power pack, which also works in tandem with picking power pack.
Okay, discussion. From the task, we can learn how to use Robot Studio 2022. From that, we know how to simulate the ABB robot in the software. And the software is auto generate recordings. And that from the task, we can know how to given the parts to do some research about some words that are given to us, and that also we can know how about the specs of the robot ABB, how about the tool and tasks, and that's all from us, our presentation, and thank you.